All right, Roman Scorpion here. I have a few different Alpinestars boots. Some that I've been wearing for a while. These are Tech 3s that were given to me by my wife. I've probably done, I don't know, a couple thousand miles on these between the Yamaha Tenere or Super Tenere and the BMW GSA. Even did a couple hundred miles on a KLR with these. Rode a buddy's XR650L through West Texas. It was amazing. They held up good, but they offer much better protection than no boots at all, by far. I wish they were the enduro ones, but it is what it is. I really didn't have any issues. Wasn't sliding around. Still got good grip on the pegs. Still offers plenty of first, I guess, bottom level or first level protection. Much better than work boots or some of the other boots I've had. All right, these are the Alpinestars Corozals. I purchased these myself just a few weeks back. I cleaned them all up. Don't want them to be nasty in the house, but I use these a lot more for a 50-50 riding. Most of the time, these I'll throw on. I'm gonna commute somewhere, gonna run around town, but still will take them out on dirt trails, gravel roads. Some of the stuff up in Northwest Texas, north of Round Rock, up and through there. They are very comfortable. They do have the Dry Star gaiter that comes up to just below or right at the bottom of the shin plate, the TPU. These do have a little bit more flex, as you can see, than the Tech 7s or the Tech 3s. Tech 3s are a little bit mushy now because I've put lots of time on those, but these are, significantly better as far as flexing and, shifter feel. They do have that bleed and slot flex for shifting, walking around off the bike. Overall, I really like these boots. These are my everyday boots. These are every day on the bike, every day time, I'm going to be doing anything out there, riding or anything. These are the ones I'm going with. The Tech 3s, these have had their time. I probably still use them once in a while. My benefit is my son wears the same size I do now. So he gets to flip over to those and run those when he wants. But I've got, I don't know. I purchased these ones myself. These ones were a gift from my wife a couple of years ago, and these ones were a gift from my wife just this year, about 2 weeks ago. Overall, these are, they're amazing boots. I really like the comfort of these for everyday use. There's plenty of cushion. They are true to size. You wear a 12, buy a 12. If for any reason, it's one of those things you need to break it in. Like any boot, work boot, motorcycle boot, they're all going to be the same. You need to break it in. I like these boots quite a bit. These are very, very comfortable. My wife got me these boots. These are the new Alpinestars Tech 7s. These are not Dry Star. These have the enduro sole as well. These have a lot less flex, a significantly lower amount of flex. They only have this one pivot right here, and you're getting a flex right there in that little accordion section, and that's it. You're not really getting almost anything out of the toe. These are more of an off-road, heavy-duty use, off-road riding boot. These are a 4-buckle boot, whereas these are a 2-buckle boot, and these are a 3-buckle boot, because these are still considered a regular off-road boot. These are more of an adventure boot. These are more designed for motocross, that type of stuff like that. They have, regular motocross sole, whereas, the Tech 7s have the enduro sole. There is a difference. That lug sole is a bit better if you have to push the bike or anything like that. You're riding through, wet, damp areas where it's slippery. You're going to need a little bit more traction with these than you would those. Or even, some of the other boots that are out there. I like these boots. These will be my go-to boot for riding off-road, doing heavy off-road stuff on the KTM. 890. These will be the ones I will be riding, using these, going out to do the Big Bend West Texas BDR, the Colorado BDR, going up there in another couple weeks, hopefully, and that's going to be the plan. I really like the gear. I've been using Alpinestars for a long time. I've used their road boots. I've used, obviously their motocross boots. Doing hare scrambles and stuff up in New England many, many, many years ago, close to 40 years now ago. I was using all sorts of different style boots, riding all over the place. So multiple different bikes, everything from Elsinore 250s all the way up. So, but yeah, this is my look at these boots. I really, really like the Corozal. They're very comfortable. You can ride long rides with these. I know it. Just walking around in these, they're comfortable. A little bit more time to break them in a little bit more for the flex because everything's still quite a bit stiff. And these I'll be doing another review on as well once I get out there and put a bunch of miles on these, doing heavy off-road. These are going to be, I'll do another review on these probably in another 3 months or so and kind of give you my overall look at these. The Tech 3s, I've already put thousands of miles on these. I have not tried the Tech 5s, just didn't really see a need to. To me, it was just normal progression to move up this direction. There was no sense to put one in the middle here or the Toucans here, or even the Belize next to these. Belize are more of a street style boot. The Toucans are more of a higher end Alpinestars adventure boot. And then you get into the Tech 7s and Tech 10s. But overall, the Corozals do everything I want them to do for every day. These are going to be much more heavy duty for off-road running. So that's my take on these. Hope this helps somebody out. Appreciate everything. Like always, like and subscribe, share it, all that type of stuff, and ride safe and ride often.